No. Okay, we will start this presentation for this day. Okay, afternoon all of my students here. Okay, Nabila still preparing for the presentation, and I'll give this room for you. Okay, time is yours now. Okay, let me start the presentation. I give to this room to our moderator.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, my friends. The first presentation will start from Nabila. The topic is about Google search engine. So I'm here will be moderator and Sakina will be notulen. For Nabila, I invite you to make a presentation.
Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. I want to present a mini research entitled Google as Search Engine. Definition of search engine. The definition of search engine is literally a search engine. The search engine is a program that can search and identify items in a database that match keywords or characters specified by the user, which are primarily used to find specific sites on the World Wide Web. Jadi, pengertian dari mesin pencari itu adalah program yang dapat mencari dan mengidentifikasi item dalam database yang cocok dengan kata kunci atau karakter yang ditentukan oleh pengguna. Yang terutama itu untuk digunakan untuk menemukan situs tertentu di World Wide Web.
Okay, I need you to stop first. Nabila, you use two devices, the laptop and the
Yes, sir.
cellular phone. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You need to mute one of them. Jadi kalau pakai dua perangkat, misalnya ada komputer sama pakai HP, suaranya ada dari HP, berarti kamu menuju ke tanda loudspeaker di komputermu. Coba klik tanda loudspeakernya di bawah, kemudian klik kanan, atau klik saja, lebih bagus diklik saja. And then you find the mixer, ada tulisan mixer di situ, di laptop.
Enggak ada, sir.
Kanan bawah itu kan ada gambar speaker. Kemudian kamu klik. Kanan bawah kan ada gambar speaker. Coba diklik. Di komputer. Kan ada gambar jaringan segala macam itu. Ada, ketemu?
Ada, sir.
Oke. Sudah jumpa? Ada tulisan mixer?
Enggak ada, sir.
Kalau enggak klik kanan.
Open volume mixer, sir.
Iya, nah, seharusnya enggak kamu klik pun itu bisa keluar itu ada tulisan mixer di situ. Enggak usah klik kanan, klik kiri aja. Ada tulisan mixer. Kalau diklik saja enggak ada.
Yang klik kanan ada, sir, open volume mixer.
Oke, nah, jadi kamu mute itu. Di mute speakernya aja yang di mute supaya jangan double, tidak ada apa ya interference dari dua device, jadi nggak ada nying, nah gitu lagi. Sudah di mute yang di apa di laptop?
Sudah, sir.
Sudah, oke. Let me start. Thank you.
Baik, kita lanjutkan. Google as a search engine. Based on Alexa ranking, Google is the most widely used search engine worldwide. In fact, it can be said that the most popular search engine today is Google. The percentage of use via desktop reached 70.24% and 92.33% through mobile devices. The main Purpose of Google search is to search for text in public documents available on the web server in HTML, PDF, and etc. Format as opposed the other data that can be searched using service such as Google image search. Jadi berdasarkan analisa ranking itu Google adalah mesin pencarian paling banyak yang digunakan seluruh dunia. Persentasinya itu mencapai 71,24% dan 92,33% melalui perangkat seluler. Jadi tujuan utama Google Search ini adalah untuk mencari teks dalam dokumen publik yang tersedia di server web dalam format HTML, PDF, dan lain-lain. Berbeda dengan data lain yang dapat dicari menggunakan layanan seperti Google Image Search. Next, how to make search on Google more accurate and effective. Bagaimana cara membuat pencarian di Google lebih akurat dan efektif? Yang pertama, first, use quotes. Gunakan tanda petik. When searching for something specific, use quotation marks to minimize search guesswork on Google. When you enter a search parameter in quotation marks, it will tell the search engine to search for the entire phrase. For example, if you search for fluid, Google will search for everything related to the word. Jadi saat kita mencari sesuatu yang spesifik, kita menggunakan tanda petik untuk meminimalkan tebakan pencarian di Google. Jadi ketika kita memasukkan parameter pencarian dalam tanda petik, itu akan memberitahu agar kita mencari keseluruhan frasenya. Misalnya di contohnya kita mencari fluida, jadi titik 2 fluida. Tanda petik fluida. Jadi Google akan mencari segala hal yang berkaitan dengan kata itu. Next and second, use hyphen. Gunakan tanda hubung. So when you're looking for words that sound ambiguous, try using hyphens. That will help you narrow your search. For example, when you type Mustang on Google, the results that appear are between a car and horse. But if you type Mustang horse, hyphen horse, then the results that will appear are only about Mustang horses. Jadi ketika kita mencari kata-kata yang berkesan ambigu, coba kita gunakan tanda hubung. Jadi itu akan membantu kita mempersempit pencarian. Contoh di contohnya ketika kita mengetik Mustang di Google, hasil yang muncul kan antara mobil dan kuda. Tapi jika kita mengetik Mustang di tanda hubung kuda, maka hasil yang akan muncul hanya seputar kuda Mustang saja. Next, and third, use a colon to search for a specific site. Gunakan titik 2 untuk mencari situs tertentu. If you want to find something on a particular site, you can narrow your search by using a colon. For example, search for news about the Asian Games on coil.com. You only need to type Asian Games coil. The search results that appear will only be news about the Asian Games on the rails. Jadi kita apabila kita ingin mencari sesuatu hal di situs tertentu, bisa mempersempit pencarian dengan menggunakan titik 2. Contohnya, kita mencari pemberitaan seputar Asian Games. Jadi kita hanya perlu mengetikkan Asian Games titik 2 di kumparan. Jadi hasil yang muncul hanya akan pemberitaan tentang Asian Games di kumparan saja. And fourth, search by numbers. Gunakan angka. Contohnya ketika kita mencari Presiden Indonesia tahun 2007, maka yang hasil keluar adalah ya Bapak SBY, seperti itu. And last, fifth, specify a specific file. Jadi tentukan file tertentu. Google can help you find the file we are looking for. We just need to add the word file type PDF behind the sentence you want to search. For example, data processing file type PDF. Jadi misalnya kita agar kita membantu menemukan file yang kita cari, kita perlu menambahkan kalimat PDF di belakang kalimat. Seperti contohnya apabila kita mau mencari tentang data processing, kita menambahkan kata PDF di belakang kalimat, maka yang muncul adalah PDF tentang data processing. Seperti itu. Next, how does Google Search Engine works? Jadi cara kerja Google Search Engine itu first crawling. At this stage, Search Engine explored trillions of pages and documents on the World Wide Web. Search Engine always starts searching for data from the most trusted and high-quality website. From trusted website, Google will find links to other websites. From this website to several others, so that the shape becomes like a spider web that branches everywhere. And second, indexing. This index is a giant list of all the web page and content found by bots. Documents and pages that have been searched in the crawling process will be included in the search engine's database list. And third, rank. The way search engines rank page is a secret and has its own way. There are hundreds of ways a search engine rank, including things like the words on the page, the number of other sites linking to it, and the latest content. And the goal is to try to connect searches with what they are looking for. In the ranking process from millions of relevant pages and documents, Google will assign a value to each data to determine which one is the most relevant and considered reliable and in accordance. And that's all for me. And that's all for my presentation. If there are such comments, I'm apologize. Thank you for your attention. Saya kembalikan kepada moderator.
Okay, thanks for the presentation, Nabila. Now we enter the discussion session. If there are questions from my friends, I invite them.
I want to ask why the search result can be different from one computer to another. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Deborah. For Nabila, please answer the question from Deborah.
Baik, saya akan menjawab pertanyaan dari Deborah. Yang pertanyaan adalah mengapa hasil pencarian bisa berbeda di antara PC1 dengan yang lainnya. Jadi mengapa bisa seperti itu? Karena kan Google melakukan hasil pencarian keywords atau results-nya berdasarkan aktivitas histori pencarian atau browsing internet yang tercatat di komputer masing-masing. Dan dapat kita pastikan histori dari satu komputer dengan komputer lainnya kan berbeda, karena digunakan oleh pengguna yang berbeda-beda pula kan. Jadi PC ini komputer kita itu bertugas untuk mencatat dan mengingat aktivitas browsing penggunanya dan menampilkannya lagi dalam bentuk hasil pencarian suatu keywords. Oleh karena itulah hasil pencarian antara satu PC dengan PC lainnya itu berbeda-beda walaupun dengan keyword yang sama. Seperti itu, Deborah. Apakah jawaban saya bisa diterima?
Terima kasih atas jawabannya, Nabila.
Okay, you're welcome, Deborah.
Apakah ada teman-teman yang ingin bertanya lagi? I want to ask Nabila. My question is, why in Google Search Engine we have to use keywords in the search? Jadi mengapa dalam Google Search Engine kita harus memakai kata kunci? Sebab Google Search Engine juga menyesuaikan kata kunci kita dengan apa yang kita ketik. Terima kasih. Thank you for the question, Emaninta. For Nabila, please answer the question from Emaninta.
Saya akan mencoba menjawab pertanyaan dari Emeninta. Yang pertanyaannya adalah mengapa dalam Google Search Engine itu kita harus memakai keywords dalam pencariannya. Seperti yang sudah saya jelaskan tadi, penggunaan keywords itu adalah kegunaannya untuk menemukan situs atau blog-blog yang kita inginkan gitu, yang untuk lebih cepat gitu menemukan situs-situs yang ada di World Wide Web seperti itu. Bagaimana Emeninta?
Terima kasih atas jawabannya, Bilar. Okay, I think this time has been an up, so I would like to thank you all for taking time to listen to the presentation. I hope this presentation has given us new insight on the Google Search Engine, and I give the chance to Sakina to read the conclusion.
Okay, I'm Sakina Rahmayani as the note taker. I have not the presentation from Nabila has been enough for 7 minutes. With the presentation entitled is Google as a search engine, with an explanation in the form of a definition and how to make search engine on Google more accurate and effective. There is 2 questions from Emeninta, with the question is why in the Google search engine we have to use keyword in the search. And the question from Deborah is why the search result can be different from one another. And this question has been clearly answered by the presenter. That's all that I cannot and conclude. Then I'll leave it to the moderator. Thank you.
That's how this presentation is. If there are any mistakes in words or behavior, I apologize. Thank you and good afternoon.
Okay. Good day, sir and my friend. I'm Sakina Rahmayani as a moderator, and Ribka Kizia as a presenter, and Safety Yuliani Siregar as a note taker. On this occasion, Ribka Kizia will present one of the 6 KKNI tasks, namely Critical Journal Review 1. With a presentation time of 7 minutes, Ribka Kizia is welcome at any time and place.
Next, operating system and file management. Next, preliminary. File management is a part of the operating system course. The file or file are representation of programs and data in the form of a collection of information that is interconnected and stored on the storage device. This file system is very important because of information or the data stored in the file is something very valuable to the user. File management in the Microsoft Windows operating system can be done with take advantage of the function and facilities available in the Windows Explorer File Manager application program. The application functions to manage files and folders, such as copying files in half or more copies, delete or move files or folders to another place, such as to a floppy disk or other folders. Next. Summary, main journal. Title, application design voice based messaging interaction for servers blind on operating system. Journal development, journal information technology and science computer. Volume and page, volume 1, number 7, p. 620 to 627. Published year 2017. Author, Leo van Justicia, Herman Soler, Faizatul Amalia. Comparison journal. Title, Freedom for Application Android Best Career. Journal, Pseudocode Journal, volume and page, volume 3, number 1 and page 35 to 43. Published year 2016. Author Tajuddin Akbar, Jusak, and Teguh Sutanto. Next. Main journal, and study to solve the problem. Limitation in smartphone operation while supporting the process long distance communication blind people through smartphone. Subject study smartphone operating system Android. Assessment data, this research has scope of design approach, build app or system new. Implementation process, this research consists of stage literature study, analysis requirements, design, implementation, testing, and conclusion as well giving advice. The limitation factor in visual interaction cause only a handful of blind people to use smartphone technology to communicate long distance. The first smartphone designed specifically for the visually impaired, namely the Braille phone, also still records a number of development stages before it is finally realized. Therefore, until now, this blind person has a dependence on the help of others if he wants to use a smartphone in his life communicate. Comparison Journal and study to assist the government in reduce the number of unemployed. The author wants to build an application which can be used to check open job vacancies. Subject study smartphone Android. Assessment data, the first observation method, the second literature study method. Application is used in a computer instruction or prepare statement in such a way that the computer can processing input into output. Android is a complete set software which can be a system, operation, middleware, and key application mobile device. Homepage is the first page time seen by the admin when accessing the application. This page contains two menu icons that are functioned to display the page vacancies and position. The job index page is main page of job category. The add data page is a page used to input data job vacancies into the database. Next. Critical evaluation, main journal advantages. In this study, the average user said that excellent voice interaction service content in the application has good quality. Comparison journal, advantages of comparison journal. This research result is something that new in the field of work, namely make it easier for someone to find and register in job vacancies, thus reducing the level existing employment. Disadvantages main journal. In research, researchers do not include the opinion of experts who can strengthen study. And on research, this is not explain details how the author do the research. Disadvantages comparison journal. In this study, it was not explained in details how the author did in the research. Next. Conclusion. The ability to run an operating system is very helpful for us in everyday life. In the school journal, it says, application voice-based messaging interaction for people with visually impaired on the operating system Android, successfully designed through sequence design diagram, fast diagram, base data, interfaces, and page flow. This application is easy to run and has high efficiency for the user. User will be very helpful in finding job vacancies that match abilities and diplomas and recognize jobs to be applied for. Next. That's all from me. Thank you.
Baiklah, sekian presentasi dari Ripka Kezia. And next is question and answer session. Kepada teman-teman yang ingin bertanya, dipersilahkan. Untuk sesi tanya jawab ini sekitar 7 menit.
My name is Mutia Damayanti. I want to ask, what are the types of operating systems? Apa saja
Baiklah, kepada Ripka dipersilahkan untuk menjawab pertanyaan dari Mutia.
I want to answer question from Mutia. Types of operating system, among others, the first Microsoft Windows, the second Linux, the third Mac OS, the fourth MS-DOS, the fifth Unix, and the sixth Android. Apakah Mutia dapat menerima jawaban dari saya?
Baik, saya dapat menerimanya. Terima kasih, Ripka.
Baiklah, apakah ada teman-teman yang ingin bertanya lagi? Dipersilahkan.
My name is Leonie Tampu Bolon. I want to ask, can you explain what the operating system can do in file management? Thank you.
Baiklah, kepada Ripka dipersilakan untuk menjawab pertanyaan dari Leonie.
I want to answer a question from Leonie. What can be done in file management is to create folders, copy, manage folder, modify folders, edit folders, and rename file folder. Apakah Leonie dapat menerima jawaban dari saya?
Yes, I can accept your answer, Ripka. Thank you.
Baiklah, sesi untuk tanya jawab telah berakhir. Then to Safety Yuliani as a note taker to convey the conclusion of the presenter.
Okay, thank you for giving me chance, Sakina. So the important point that I can conclude is Ripka present about critical journal review. It's about operating system and file management, which the title of the main journal is Application Design Voice-Based Messaging Interaction for Suffers Blind on Operating System. And the title of the comparison journal is Free Job for Application Android-Based Career. And there are two questions from the audiences. The first is from Mutia. The question is what are the types of operating system and give explanation. And the second is from Leonie. The question is what can operating system do in file management? And all the question has been clearly answered by the presenter. I think that's all that I can conclude. I return to the moderator to close the presentation.
Okay, that's the presentation from Rika Kizia and the note taker by Safety. I as a moderator apologize if there are mistakes. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day, sir, and all of my friends. The Honorable Mr. Al-Kahfi Siregar and Mr. Irham Rahmadani as our lecturer. I'm Safety Yuliani Siregar. Now I'm the moderator who will get this discussion. And Sofia Deborah as the note taker of this presentation who will note the important point and the conclusion. And the material we will be presenting by Sakinah Rahmayani. It's about Critical Book Review 1. For Sakinah, I invite you to start the presentation in 7 minutes.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, sir and my friend. Now I will explain and presentation about Critical Book Review 1. The title is Utilization of Search Engine as a Means of Supporting the Learning Process. The title of this book is Pemanfaatan Search Engine sebagai Sarana Penunjang Proses Pembelajaran. With the author are Ricardus Eko Indrajit, Alexander Rusli, and Marta Adidharma. This book consists of 116 pages and published in 2006 with the publisher is Andi Yogyakarta. Next is summary. A search engine is a program that can be accessed via the internet that serves to help computer user find various things or the latest information they want to know. This search engine act as a gateway or opening for user before entering a particular website. Jadi, search engine itu adalah sebuah program yang dapat diakses melalui internet yang berfungsi untuk membantu pengguna komputer menemukan berbagai hal atau informasi terbaru yang ingin diketahuinya. Search engine ini atau mesin pencari ini bertindak sebagai pintu gerbang atau pembuka bagi para pengguna internet sebelum memasuki situs web tertentu. Until now, there have been many types of search engine, such as Google, Yahoo, Bing, Avista, and others. Sampai saat ini sudah banyak mesin pencari yang telah ada seperti Google, Yahoo, Microsoft Bing, Avista, dan lain-lain. What distinguishes search engine from one another is the speed of their search, the accuracy of the information sought, the quantity or number of sites that appear when searched, search technique, and formal search result. Jadi yang membedakan mesin pencari antara satu dengan yang lainnya yaitu kecepatan pencariannya, keakuratan informasi yang dicari, kuantitas atau jumlah situs yang muncul saat dicari, teknik pencariannya, dan hasil pencarian secara formal. Next, this picture is the example of search engine from Google, with the keyword is modern physics. And next, this picture is the example of search engine from Microsoft Bing, with the keyword is mechanic fluid. In finding suitable search result, there are various methods used to filter out too much information. The first is using match symbol, plus sign for more than two keywords, minus sign for exception, and quotation mark to focus on keyword in it. Next is using Boolean symbol, often used by someone who familiar with computer science or familiar with conventional database system. For example, or, and, not. This is the symbol with the same meaning as mathematical symbol. Next is option file format, to search for file with a specific format. And next is the date option. The date option is to limit the search to a specific time. Next is the language option. The language option is to limit search on website in certain language. Next is appear option. Option appears to tell where the word, phrase, or sentence that is used as the searching key will be searched. And the last is domain option, is to restrict searches to a specific domain addresses. Jadi, dalam menentukan hasil pencarian yang sesuai itu, ada berbagai metode yang dapat digunakan dalam menyaring informasi yang terlalu banyak. Yang pertama itu menggunakan simbol matematika, seperti tanda tambah itu berguna untuk kata kunci yang lebih dari 2, tanda minus yang berfungsi sebagai pengecualian dalam kata kunci, dan tanda kutip untuk fokus pada kata kunci di dalamnya. Next, yaitu menggunakan simbol Boolean. Sering digunakan oleh seseorang yang akrab dengan ilmu komputer atau akrab dengan sistem database konvensional. Misalnya seperti simbol atau, dan, bukan. Simbol ini memiliki arti yang sama dengan simbol matematika. Next, yaitu opsi format file, yang berfungsi untuk mencari file dengan format tertentu. Selanjutnya yaitu opsi tanggal yang berfungsi untuk membatasi pencarian pada waktu tertentu. Lalu ada opsi bahasa yang berfungsi untuk membatasi pencarian di situs web dalam bahasa tertentu. Lalu ada opsi muncul untuk memberitahu di mana kata frasa atau kalimat yang digunakan sebagai kata kunci yang akan dicari. Dan terakhir yaitu opsi domain untuk membatasi pencarian ke alamat domain tertentu. Next, the advantages and the disadvantages of this book. The advantages this book is explain in detail about search engine, especially Google, with various ways to use search engine effectively. And disadvantages of this book is this book was published more than 10 years ago, which means there is no latest information, so the source cannot be fully used. Jadi kelebihan dari buku ini yaitu menjelaskan secara detail dan jelas mengenai mesin pencari terkhususnya yaitu Google dengan berbagai cara penggunaan mesin pencari secara efektif. Kekurangan dari buku ini yaitu buku ini telah diterbitkan lebih dari 10 tahun yang lalu, yang berarti tidak ada informasi terbaru dari buku ini, jadi sumbernya tidak dapat digunakan secara seutuhnya. The last in conclusion, a search engine is a program to find information on the internet. Google, Yahoo, Microsoft Bing is a type of search engine that exists. To search for more accurate information, use mathematical symbol, Boolean symbol, and others to filter out too much information. Jadi kesimpulan dari presentasi ini yaitu mesin pencari itu merupakan sebuah program untuk mencari informasi yang ada dalam internet. Dan Google, Yahoo, atau Microsoft Bing itu merupakan jenis dari mesin pencari yang telah ada sampai saat ini. Dalam mencari informasi yang akurat, gunakan simbol matematika atau simbol boolean dan yang lainnya untuk menyaring informasi yang terlalu banyak dalam menggunakan mesin pencari. Okay, that's all of my presentation. If there are a mistake, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Alright, we just have listened to the material from the presenter. So now is the Q&A session. From the audience that maybe have question about the presentation, you can ask.
I want to ask, my question is, how do search engines work so it can perform search in a very short time? Jadi, bagaimanakah cara kerja search engine sehingga dapat melakukan pencarian dalam waktu yang sangat singkat? Terima kasih.
Thank you for the question, Fitri. Sakina, please answer.
Okay, I will answer the question from Fitri. How the search engine works? Jadi cara kerja dari mesin pencari itu ada 3. The first is crawling or searching. At this stage, search engine explore trillion of page and document on the World Wide Web. Search engine always start searching for data from the most trust and high quality website. From trust website, search engine will find link to other website. Jadi langkah pertama dalam menggunakan mesin pencari itu yaitu penelusuran. Pada tahap ini, mesin pencari akan menjelajahi triliunan halaman dan dokumen yang ada pada World Wide Web. Mesin pencari ini akan memulai penelusuran data-data dari website yang paling terpercaya dan berkualitas tinggi. Dari website yang terpercaya ini, mesin pencari akan menemukan link-link ke website lainnya. Next is indexing. This index is a giant list of all web pages and content found by bot. Document and page that have been searched in the crawling process will be included in the search engine database list. Search engine use this index as a source of information display on search result page. Langkah kedua yaitu indexing. Indeks ini adalah daftar raksasa semua halaman web dan konten yang ditemukan oleh bot. Dokumen dan halaman yang telah ditelusuri pada proses crawling atau penelusuran akan dimasukkan ke dalam list database milik mesin pencari. Mesin pencari menggunakan indeks ini sebagai sumber informasi yang ditampilkan pada laman hasil penelusuran. And the last step is ranking. The goal is to try to connect search with what they are looking for. In the ranking process, from millions of relevant pages and documents, search engine will assign a value to each data to determine which one is the most relevant and considered reliable, and in accordance with what you are looking for. Dan yang terakhir itu adalah langkah perankingan, yaitu tujuannya untuk mencoba menghubungkan pencari dengan apa yang mereka cari. Dalam proses perankingan ini, jutaan halaman dan dokumen yang telah relevan, mesin pencari akan memberi nilai kepada masing-masing data untuk menentukan mana yang paling relevan dan dianggap terpercaya sesuai dengan apa yang dicari. so that search engine can work in a short time. It is better to search for information using detailed keyword and use math symbol or Boolean symbol to be more effective. Jadi, agar mesin pencari itu dapat bekerja dalam waktu yang singkat, maka sebaiknya dalam mencari informasi, gunakan kata kunci yang detail dan jelas, serta gunakan simbol seperti simbol matematika atau simbol Boolean agar lebih efektif dalam penggunaan mesin pencari. Oke, that's the answer from me. Kepada Fitri, apakah dapat menerima jawaban saya?
Okay, thank you for the answer and the explanation, Sakina.
Sama-sama, Fitri.
Okay, guys, is there any other question from you? I think it's enough for the question and answer session. So it's chance for Sophia as the note taker to give a conclusion from the presentation.
Okay, the conclusion that I draw from the Sakina presentation is 1. The time used for the presentation by the presenter is 8 minutes. 2. The number of the participants who joined 18 people with Sir. 3. In the question and answer session, the question were attached by Fitri and Sakina answered well. The final result of the discussion of the presenter material that I conclude in a search engine is a program that can be accessed via the internet which serves computer users find the latest thing or information they want to know. Until now, there have been many types of search engines such as Google, Yahoo, Bing, Avista, and more. The presentation also features examples of search on Google and Bing. Book also have advantage and disadvantage. I think that's all from conclusion. I will return to the moderator.
Thank you for your conclusion, Sophia. I think that's enough. I hope this presentation can be useful and give new insight for us. I would like to thank you guys for participation on this presentation. I'm sorry if there's a lot of mistakes, and thank you. For the next moderator, please take your time and place.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, my friends. The next presentation will start from safety. The topic is about engineering ID. For safety, invite you make a presentation.
Okay, so now I will presenting about my idea engineering. The title is Implementation of the Statistical Package for the Social Science or SPSS application in working on statistics material. Preliminary. Techniques qualitative data analysis was carried out by organizing data and selecting important and research data and drawing conclusions, systematically searching and summarizing the data obtained using various data collection techniques. such as interviews, questionnaires, observation, and documents such as video or audio recordings. The data analysis technology used in qualitative analysis has 4 stages, namely data collection, data reduction, and data presentation. The last is drawing conclusion and verification. This is related to statistics, which relates to data collection, compilation, and analysis and presentation. However, it will be difficult if the data analyzed is large. So in engineering this idea, I made the implementation of SPSS using Adobe Flash and Microsoft Excel to facilitate data collection and make it easier for statistical computer programs to be able to process statistical data systematically, precise, and accurate. Basic idea. Data analysis is the most vital process in a research. Therefore, it takes hard work, creativity, and high intellectual ability in order to get satisfactory results. There are different definitions of data analysis from quantitative and qualitative research experts. Kellinger is a quantitative research leader. He defines data analysis as follows. Analysis means the categorizing, ordering, manipulating, and summarizing of the data obtained answers to research questions, while Bugging and Bricklin are qualitative research figures. They define data analysis as follows as a process of systemizing what is being researched and organizing the results of interviews as to what is done and understood, and so that the researchers can present what they find to others. In analyzing data, researchers must understand and know what to do and realize that research work with data, then organize data, then breaks data into meaningful data units, synthesize data from one another, then looks for certain patterns, look for things that are important to learn and what will be told. For quantitative research, data analysis can only begin when all data has been collected, because the quantitative research design has been prepared in such a complete way. So all data have been determined carefully, completely, and definitely. Then SPSS implementation was made to facilitate the data analysis program. Development idea. SPSS stands for Statistical Package for the Social Science. SPSS is an application used to perform advanced statistical analysis, data analysis with machine learning algorithms, string analysis, and big data analysis that can be integrated to build a data analysis platform. An example of the use of SPSS in its implementation later is that it can be used conduct marketing research, analysis of survey data or questionnaires, is also popularly used for student academic research and is used by government purpose such as Central Statistics Agency institution. The features in SPSS that can be used support for statistical data analysis are as follows. Descriptive statistics. It's for calculating descriptive statistics that are often used, such as arithmetic mean, median value, and others. And then bivariate statistics. Example, we perform t-test, ANOVA, non-parametric test, Bayes theorem, and others. And then linear regression. This feature is to measure relationship between linear independent variable and an independent variable. And then group identification. It's a method for identifying groups such as doing factor analysis, cluster analysis, and discriminant. And then spatial analysis. It's used when processing geographic information or GIS data. And then the last is R extension. It's an application in the form of a plugin that can be installed for when we implement user-entered algorithms using the R programming language. The methodology used in engineering this idea is Plum model, which begins with understanding the object of research to knowing the reliability of the product. The data collection techniques used is method observation, questionnaires, and tests. From our observation, SPSS has become very popular because it has a good form of presentation in the form of graphs and tables. It's dynamic, easy to change data in update analysis, and it's easy to connect with the other applications such as export-import data to or from Excel. SPSS is indeed very helpful in solving various scientific problems, social, especially in statistical analysis. However, its flexibility has caused various problems outside of social science to be handled well, including education. Closing. SPSS implementation of statistical data analysis is able to facilitate users to perform statistical data analysis. So if there are many features that can make it easier to implement, users no longer need to work hard to get a result from the analyzed data. So that's all of my presentation, and thank you.
We will enter into the question session. We invite participants who want to ask questions.
I want to ask, my name is Ejra Egidia Salomita Limbong. I have a question for Septi. My question is, how does the SPSS app program work on statistical data processing? Thank you.
To Septi, welcome to answer.
Okay, Ezra. So now I will I will answer your question. So how does the SPSS app program work on statistical data processing? So SPSS fungsi dari SPSS itu adalah SPSS merupakan paket program aplikasi komputer untuk menganalisis data statistik. Dengan SPSS, kita dapat membuat laporan berbentuk tabulasi, chart atau grafik, plot atau diagram dari berbagai distribusi, statistik deskriptif, dan analisis statistik yang kompleks. So, bagaimana cara kerjanya? SPSS is software that can read various types of data or enter data directly into the SPSS data editor. Regardless of the structure of the raw data file, the data in the SPSS data editor must be in the form of rows and columns. SPSS adalah software yang dapat membaca berbagai jenis data atau memasukkan data secara langsung ke dalam SPSS data editor. Terlepas dari struktur file data editor atau data SPSS harus dalam bentuk baris atau kolom. Cases contain information for one unit of analysis, while variables are information collected from each case. The result of the analysis appear in the SPSS output navigator. Most basic system procedure generative pivot tables, where can enhance the display of output provided by SPSS to increase the output. We can increase output as needed. Kasus berisi informasi untuk satu unit analisis, sedangkan variabel adalah informasi yang dikumpul dari setiap kasus. Hasil analisis muncul di SPSS Output Navigator. Kebanyakan prosedur sistem dasar menghasilkan tabel pivot, di mana kita dapat meningkatkan tampilan output yang disediakan oleh SPSS untuk meningkatkan output. Kita dapat meningkatkan output sesuai kebutuhan. I think that's all. Can you accept my answer, Ezra?
I think your explanation is enough. Thank you for your answer, Septi.
You are welcome, Ezra.
Thank you for the Septi. If there are participants who want to ask again, we invite them. I think no one else wants to ask. The note taker is welcome to read the conclusion for the presentation.
Okay, the data that I have recorded as a note taker, namely, one, the title of presentation is Implementation of the Statistical Package for the Social Science or SPSS application in working on statistic material. 2, the time used for presentation by the presenter is 6 minutes. 3, the number of participants who join is 20 people. 4, in the question and answer session, questions are attached by Ezra Egidia Limbong, and the question is, how does the SPSS app program work on statistical data processing, and already answered by the presenter. And the last result of the discussion of the presenter material, I can conclude is that SPSS is commonly used for processing and analyzing data that has statistical analysis capabilities, as well as data management system with a graphical environment. This application is usually used for social science only, but subsequent development are used for various disciplines. SPSS is software that can read various types of the data or enter the data directly into the SPSS data editor. Oke, thank you. Saya kembalikan ke moderator.
Baiklah, terima kasih kepada Notulen. Saya rasa waktu kita sudah habis dan saya akhiri presentasi ini. Apabila ada kesalahan kata selama presentasi berlangsung, saya mohon maaf. Saya tutup dengan selamat pagi Pak dan semuanya. Terima kasih. Untuk moderator selanjutnya kan sudah bisa dimulai.
Okay, the next presenter is Sofia Deborah Pasaribu. I am Yenji Betaria Sonata Tampu Bolon as a moderator and my friend Yola Audila Akma as a note taker. The topic of her presentation is Critical Journal Review 2. Okay, Sofia, you can start your presentation now. The time given is 7 minutes.
Good day all, my name is Sofia Deborah Pasaribu. I want to start my presentation. Title, Utilization of Private Cloud Storage as Storage Media Learning Data on Educational Institution. Preliminary. Cloud computing is a combination of the use of computer technology or computing and the development of internet-based cloud storage. Cloud storage is a metaphor for the internet, a storage medium often depicted on computer network diagrams. Cloud computing applies computing methods, namely capabilities, is related to information technology that is presented as a service so that user can access it via the internet without knowing what is in it, maturing it, or having control over the technology infrastructure that help it. In the study, researchers will provide a solution that can be implemented, that is, by showing analysis on customized design results with the requirements that exist in the institution education. It is hoped that it will not hinder the performance of a learning performance that they have. Factors to be tested later is from the site: A. Accuracy, B. Access speed, C. Security, D. Capacity, E. Cost effectiveness. That it will be obtained analysis the that the implementation of cloud storage. It can be applied conditionally to the ability requirement educational institutions that use the learning without having to end considered. Next. Summary. The methodology used in system design is an incremental method. What is meant by incremental model is the incremental build life cycle model provides for progressive development of operational software with each release providing added capabilities. Incremental the model is the method by which the product designed, implemented, and tested gradually. Each module will be added step by step until the product is finished. Next. Maaf teman-teman, jaringan saya agak kurang bagus, jadi saya akan melanjutkannya. The stakes in the incremental model are as follows: requirements, specification, architectural, code, and text. In planning, there are two standard requirements that are the basics, function and non-function. For function itself, as seen in the cloud concept storage, means that the system will later be expected to 1. Can save all forms of documents, both archive files and audio-visual, with more capacity or unlimited. 2. Users get access right, which is safe in the sense that it is not managed by third parties or providers. 3. Can share easily and can integrate it with the user's computer or synchronous. 4. Codes are not too pricey on the market, usually offered by the provider, meaning that cost doesn't make a performance learning is reduced just because of the media less than optimal storage. Meanwhile, for non-function needs researchers, we try to use device or hardware commonly used by users or hardware recommendation or minimum that is often used by the general user community and who will be used is the following hardware. 1 PC Server Windows Server 2008, 2 1 PC Client Windows XP, 3 1 router and hop LAN RC2 or UTP, 4 modem and internet connection mean 5 gigabits every month, 5 on cloud storage open source, 6 wireless instruments, reader and router Wi-Fi. In design, the researcher will make an organized frame based on non-functional requirements that have been determined in the previous needs analysis. Researchers choose the position of cloud needs private for use in learning in because it can be conditioned accordingly needs. It means whatever the hardware condition that exists in educational institution, this code will continue to run on the institution learning education. Next. Model design. In the figure, the following is an explanation of the points shown in the figure. A. End user or later users will access one portal, namely the existing portal in the cloud. It means we access only one IP. In the cloud, there is a system separator. It was deliberately separated with a purpose so that the stability of access can still be optimal. B. This part B is a set of system learning or a learning, which consists of 3 parts, namely a learning application, application warehouse institution, and online assessment or exam portal. Section C is a place to store all data from the 3 applications in point B. For cloud installation, researchers using open source media from on cloud because besides being easy to understand by admin users, of course from secure, very private. Team from the right access held by only one admin to confirm the user. Next. Cloud view. 1 initial view of on-cloud, 2 on-cloud administrator dashboard view, 3 display the data upload process, 4 display when selecting data in general. The result of testing carried out on research object computer laboratory will the state of the entire computer is turned on and accessed simultaneously. The server PC is not down and keep running well without barriers to access. Data transfer can be running smoothly, no bugs. Could also access with a PC outside the lab with Pentium 4 specs. Next. Conclusion. Based on the results of the study, it can be concluded that this information system was built using a system development technique using an incremental model, namely a model with simple management which consists of stakes of requirements, specifications, architectural design, code and testing, so that it is feasible to apply with the development of a website-based system. Next. recommendation. For further research, it is necessary to develop IaaS services for web hosting, storage services, disaster recovery and backup services, as well as network services, access flexibility by using wireless local area network or WLAN, as well as additional virtual private network or VPN access features to manage access rights. That's all my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation, Sophia. So now is the question and answer session. The time given 7 minutes. If you have any question, you can ask.
I want to ask Sophia. My question is, how is data stored on the cloud storage? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question, Ameninta. Please wait for Sophia to answer.
Saya akan menjawab pertanyaan dari Amenita. The process of storing data to cloud storage media can be interpreted by sending a copy to a cloud service provider or hosting via the internet. Next, the server will give you access to download or make changes when you want to open your data.
Thank you for your answer, Sophia. I cannot accept that.
You're welcome, Amenita.
Okay, guys, if you still have question, please ask. Okay, I think there are no more questions. Let's hear the conclusion from Yola Audila Akma.
Okay, thank you, Angie, as a moderator. I'm Yola Audila Akma as a note taker. So, Sophia presented about critical journal review. The title of journal is Utilization of Private Cloud Storage as Stored Media Learning Data on Educational Institution. This presentation took about more than 7 minutes because there is a network problem from Sophia and 4 minutes as a question and answer session. This question and answer session has one question from Amenita. The question is, how is data stored in cloud storage, and the question has been answered by Sophia as the presenter. There were 20 participants who attended today, including the lecturer. The last result of the discussion of the presenter material, I can conclude is that based on the research result can conclude that this information system has built with system development technique. Using the informal model is a model with management simple. In the study, it has been explained how code storage is formed. There is 4 states, namely checking availability research, checking image availability, for server, running instant, and terminate instant. That's all the result of my recorded as a note taker. Dan saya kembalikan kepada Yenji sebagai moderator.
Oke, terima kasih untuk Yola sebagai notulen. Saya akan mengakhiri presentasi dari Sofia Deborah Pasaribu. Maaf jika ada kesalahan dan kesalahan kata dan kesalahan teknis yang terjadi tadi. Dan terima kasih atas partisipasi teman-teman semuanya. Terima kasih. Saya berikan kepada moderator selanjutnya.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, sir, and all my friends. I'm Yola Audila Akma as the moderator of the presentation of Critical Book Review 2. Yenji as the presenter and Nabila as the note taker. To Yenji, I invite you to the 7-minute presentation, and Nabila, please, I invite you to make a conclusion from the result of the presentation that was done by Yenji. Kepada Yenji, saya persilakan untuk melakukan presentasinya.
Okay guys, so my topic is cloud computing. Preliminary, cloud computing, which in the Indonesian sense is translate into computing code, in recent years has become a hot word in the world of information technology or IT. Cloud computing is a combination of the use of computer technology or computing and internet-based code development. The code is a metaphor for the internet, as codes are often depicted in computer network diagrams. Code in the cloud computing is also an abstraction of complex infrastructure which he hides. Summary: Internet codes is a computing model in which capabilities related to information technology are presented as a service so that user can access them via internet. In addition, cloud computing is also a technology that uses the internet and remote central server to maintain or manage data and application. Saying current developments, what is needed by IT organization or IT practitioners is to provide various kind of distributed and parallel service remotely and can run on various device, and the technology can be seen from the various technology used. The next characteristic of cloud computing is that it is very fast to deploy, instant for implementation. In this case, number one, the initial cost of this technology or cloud computing may be very low or none at all, and there is also no capital investment. Number two, the cost of service and usage will be based on non-fixed commitment. Number three, the service cloud computing can be easily upgrade on or downgrade quickly without any penalty. Number four, the service will use the multi-tenant method or many customers in one platform. The last, the ability to customize the service will be limited. Critical evaluation. Cloud computing is a model that can support everything as a service or XaaS service, so that it can integrate virtualized physical source, virtualized infrastructure. Cloud computing is a new trend in the field of distributed computing where various parties can develop application and service based on SOA or service-oriented architecture on the internet network. The next, from the nature of service coverage, cloud computing is divided into four types of service, namely, number one, public cloud. This type of code is made available to the public by its service provider. Number two, hybrid code. For this type, the available code infrastructure is a composition of two, namely private, community, or public. Number three, community codes. In this model, a code infrastructure is shared by several organizations that have a common interest, for example, in terms of their mission or the level of security required. The last, private code. It is a code service infrastructure operated only for a specific organization. The next is cloud computing. Number one, easily increase capacity. Needs change without. Number two, accessibility. Access data and application over the internet from anywhere. The last, loads. Free internal IT staff from constant update. The last, conclusion. Based on data from the above, I conclude the model that allow the network to be easily needed in various locations where is the model allow to collect computing resources such as networks, server, storage, application, and service on the container. Okay, this is all of my presentation.
Thank you, Angie, for your presentation. The next is question and answer session. Kepada teman-teman yang mempunyai pertanyaan, silakan bertanya.
I want to ask, I have a question for Yenji. My question is, describe the cloud deployment model currently in use? Thank you.
Thanks for your question, Ezra. And Yenji, you can answer the question from Ezra.
Okay, I want to answer Ezra question. Your question is describe the code deployment model in use today, atau jelaskan model penyebaran code yang digunakan saat ini. So there are three types of code deployments. The first is the public code, which hosts some tenant data. An example of a public code is OneDrive because the same servers hosts multiple accounts on each. The second is the private code. In this case, the research is hosted on the guided code. An example of a private code be hosting a website with a specific hosting provider. The last is deployment model is the hybrid code. In this case, some of the resources are hosted on the public code and some of the are used exclusively from the private code. And example of the hybrid code is BN online storage. Oke, apakah kamu dapat menerima jawaban saya, Ezra?
Terima kasih atas jawabannya, Yenji.
Okay, you are welcome, Ezra.
Okay, any question, guys? Jika ada pertanyaan lagi, silakan ditanya. Baiklah, saya rasa tidak ada pertanyaan lagi. Saya akhiri question dan answer session ini, dan selanjutnya saya persilakan kepada Nabila sebagai note taker untuk meringkas hasil presentasi pada hari ini.
Baik, I as the note taker will conclude the presentation activities presented by Yenji. The presentation delivered by Yenji was good and in accordance with the specific time, which was 7 minutes. During the question and answer session, Ezra Agidia asked, and Ezra question is describe the cloud deployment model is used today, and the answer from Yenji was complete and acceptable to Ezra. Then I will conclude the presentation material presented by Yenji, yaitu cloud computing is where information is permanently stored on servers on the internet and temporarily stored on user on client computers such as desktop, tablet computers, notebooks, wall computers, handles, sensors, monitors, and others. I think that's all I can conclude. Thank you for your attention, dan saya kembalikan kepada moderator.
Thank you, Nabila, as a note taker. Saya rasa presentasi sekarang ini cukup. Jika ada kesalahan dan perkataan yang menyinggung, saya mohon dimaafkan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya serahkan kepada moderator selanjutnya.
Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nabila Zara. I'm the moderator in our presentation, and I am with our presenters and notulen takers, namely Yola and Ripka. Well, the presentation delivered by Yola is the second CGR with entitled Penerapan Cloud Storage dalam Perkuliahan Fakultas Teknik Universitas PGRI Madiun. Dan kepada Yola, kami persilakan untuk mempresentasikan materinya.
Terima kasih Nabila sebagai moderator. Hari ini saya akan mempresentasikan tentang Critical Journal Review 2, yaitu the title of journal is Penerapan Cold Storage dalam Perkuliahan Fakultas Teknik Universitas PGRI Madiun. Preliminary adalah the development of Internet Computer Technology now leads to a system application process that is easy and requires little time or effort. Cloud computing is a combination of the use of computer technology in a network with the development of the Internet, which has the function to run Internet programs or application using a computer with the help of an Internet connection. Pada dasarnya atau seharusnya mahasiswa mampu menerapkan lingkungan berbasis teknologi seperti penggunaan e-learning yang memiliki kelebihan atau kekurangan tersendiri. Penggunaan e-learning sendiri membutuhkan database dan media penyimpanan tambahan yang berbasis cloud computing atau komputasi awan. Database ini sendiri merupakan komponen penting dalam sistem informasi modern. Summary, cloud computing is promising new computing paradigm and is a future technology that provides many computing services that have never been experienced before. A cloud computing model infrastructure setup is usually known as a cloud. Some categories of service available from a cloud such as infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service adalah layanan cloud jenis IaaS pada dasarnya adalah fisik kontak server dan komputer virtual. Selanjutnya adalah platform as a service, yaitu layanan cloud pada jenis ini disediakan dalam bentuk platform yang dapat dimanfaatkan pengguna untuk membuat aplikasi di atasnya. Contoh platform as a service ini adalah Amazon Web Service. Yang ketiga adalah Software as a Service, atau layanan cloud pada jenis ini disediakan dalam bentuk perangkat lunak. Contoh dari SaaS adalah Google Apps atau Docs, Spreadsheet, dan lain-lain. Cloud computing has 5 characteristics, namely on-demand service atau pelanggan dapat menentukan kapabilitas komputasi secara otomatis tanpa memerlukan interaksi dengan provider layanan. Wide network access atau akses jaringan secara luas, layanan ini dapat diakses dari berbagai standar platform melalui jaringan internet. Selanjutnya adalah centralized computer resource atau sumber daya komputasi terpusat. Sumber daya komputasi dikumpulkan pada suatu lokasi untuk melayani beberapa konsumen menggunakan model multi-tenant. Dengan sumber daya fisik dan virtual berbeda yang diterapkan secara dinamis sesuai dengan permintaan pelanggan. Selanjutnya adalah elasticity of provision of computer resource quickly, yaitu elastisitas penyediaan sumber daya komputasi secara cepat. Penyediaan atau pengurangan sumber daya komputasi dapat disesuaikan dengan kebutuhan pelanggan. Selanjutnya adalah measured service, layanan yang terukur. Cloud computing secara otomatis mengontrol dan mengoptimalkan sumber daya komputasi dengan meningkatkan kemampuan pengukuran pada beberapa tingkat abstraksi yang sesuai dengan jenis layanannya. Next, what interesting about core computing is that it differs from conventional servers, especially physically in the form of collection of hardware or servers connected in a network. Secara fisik, yang menarik dari core computing berbeda dengan server konvensional, terutama secara fisik berupa kumpulan hardware atau server yang tersambung dalam sebuah jaringan. Selanjutnya, ideally there is no limit to processor capacity, hard disk capacity, and memory capacity. Idealnya tidak ada batasan dengan kapasitas prosesor, kapasitas hard disk, dan kapasitas memori. Selanjutnya, ideally there is no limit to the number of hosting servers running behind it. Idealnya tidak ada batasan dengan beberapa jumlah hosting server yang berjalan di belakangnya. Selanjutnya, adding a hosting only takes a few minutes. Menambahkan sebuah hosting hanya membutuhkan waktu beberapa menit saja. Next, if there is a storage of resource, be it processor, hard disk, or memory, you can easily add additional servers that can directly integrate into the cloud network. Jika ada kekurangan resource atau sumber daya, baik itu prosesor, hard disk, maupun memori, dapat dengan mudah sekali menambahkan server tambahan dan langsung dapat berintegrasi dengan jaringan cloud. Butuh waktu sekitar 20 menit untuk menyiapkan server kosong baru untuk dapat berintegrasi ke jaringan cloud. Some types of cloud storage adalah Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, iCloud, Amazon, dan lainnya. Next adalah critical evaluation, journal advantage, a complete presentation starting from the introduction, theoretical, basic research method used, research obtained from survey, conclusion, and reference that guarantee this journal has an objective theory, net writing, and making it easier for readers to understand about cold storage. This journal also used the survey method to assist research conducted to obtain results from research. Journal disadvantage. There are no suggestions in the critical journal through the delivery of the material clear. But there are some sentences that are difficult to understand. Jadi pada jurnal ini keuntungan yang pertama adalah pada jurnal ini terdapat komplit presentasi seperti perkenalan, teori basic, user method atau result obtained from survey, dan juga pada survei ini menggunakan metode kuesioner yang diajukan kepada dosen dan mahasiswa untuk menemukan hasil dari survei, yaitu pemilihan tentang Dropbox, iCloud, Google Drive sebagai cloud computing yang paling sering digunakan. Selanjutnya adalah conclusion. From this journal, we can conclude that in this modern era, one of the problems that often occurs is the loss of very important data due to damaged hardware, fast invented with virus so that files cannot be opened. Therefore, cloud computing services are needed as a storage medium that can back up all important data that is guaranteed security and can be uploaded or downloaded from anywhere. I think it's all from my presentation. Jika ada kesalahan, saya mohon dimaafkan. Dan gangguan tadi saya mohon dimaafkan juga. Terima kasih, saya kembalikan kepada moderator.
Baiklah, your presentation has finished. Kepada teman-teman yang mempunyai pertanyaan, kami persilakan untuk bertanya.
I have question. My name is Lavinia Puspa Anggreni. My question is, please explain the characteristic difference between infrastructure as a service, in platform as a service, and software as a service. Thank you.
Baiklah, terima kasih kepada Lavenia yang sudah memberikan pertanyaannya. Kepada Yola, apakah sudah bisa menjawab pertanyaan dari Lavenia?
Yes. Oke, saya akan menjawab pertanyaan dari Lavenia, yaitu apa saja karakteristik dari infrastruktur as a service, karakteristik platform as a service, dan karakteristik dari service software as a service. Karakteristik infrastruktur as a service adalah sangat fleksibel dan sangat terukur, dapat diakses oleh banyak pengguna dan hemat biaya. Karakteristik dari platform as a service adalah dapat diakses oleh banyak pengguna, dapat diukur. Anda dapat memilih dari berbagai tingkatan sumber daya yang sesuai dengan ukuran bisnis Anda. Selanjutnya, dibangun di atas teknologi virtualisasi, mudah dijalankan tanpa pengetahuan administrasi sistem yang luas. Selanjutnya adalah karakteristik software as a service. Jadi, karakteristik software as a service ini adalah tersedia melalui internet, di-host di servers jauh oleh penyedia pihak ketiga. Dapat diskalakan dengan berbagai tingkatan untuk bisnis kecil menengah dan tingkatan perusahaan. Selanjutnya inklusif, menawarkan keamanan, kepatuhan, dan pemeliharaan sebagai bagian dari biaya. Apa pendapat menerima jawaban saya?
Iya, terima kasih Yola atas jawabannya.
Baiklah, terima kasih kepada Yola telah menjawab pertanyaan dari Lavenia. Dan apabila teman-teman masih mempunyai pertanyaan, kami persilahkan.
I have a question for Yola. My question is, what are the risks of using cloud computing? Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Ezra. Apakah Yola sudah bisa menjawab pertanyaan dari Ezra?
Oke, saya akan menjawab pertanyaan dari Ezra, yaitu apa saja risiko dari penggunaan cloud computing. Risiko dari penggunaan cloud computing sendiri selain memiliki banyak kelebihan juga memiliki risiko. Antara lain, pertama, user tidak mengetahui secara fisik apa yang terjadi pada datanya, hanya berharap pada tanggung jawab provider. Yang kedua, ketika data tersimpan secara eksternal, bencana sulit dihadapi karena hanya mengandalkan provider dalam pemulihan. Yang ketiga, ketika provider mengalami kepanikan. Saya rasa itu jawaban saya. Apa Izra dapat menerima jawaban saya?
Terima kasih atas jawabannya, Yola.
Sama-sama.
Baik, terima kasih kepada Yola telah menjawab pertanyaan dari Ezra. Kepada teman-teman, apakah masih mempunyai pertanyaan dan kami persilahkan untuk bertanya. Baik, saya rasa tidak ada pertanyaan lagi. Sebentar ya teman-teman. Baik, because no one else, there is no more question, I will close this presentation, and I say thank you very much to Sir Dr. Al-Kafi Siregar MSI and Sir Ilham Ramadhani MPD as lecturer for till the course. And I ask the moderator resign, and if I have any shortcomings and mistakes, I apologize. Thank you for your attention. Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, that's all the presentation for this day. We still have you have or not? Yeah. Not yet. Is there Pak Irham? Is still with us here? Okay, it could be Pak Irham no more with us here. Okay, thank you for all of the presentation. For 2 weeks, we had the presentation. Okay, we make it about how many students that presented his task? How many of you? Hello?
18, sir.
18. 8 students. That's right. So, how many students?
18, sir.
18. 18 or 80 or?
18, sir. 18. 18.
Okay, you should say with intonation, okay? 18. Okay, how about that, Emaninta? 18.
18, sir.
Teen, not teen. Teen. Say that. Aloud, loudly, more loudly.
18.
18. Teen. Say that.
18.
No, 18. 18.
18.
No. How could you do that? Say that as 18 with an intonation.
18.
Teen. Make it not only in a short. 18.
18.
Teen.
18.
Okay. That's right. How about you, Snow? Say that. 15.
15, sir.
Okay. 15. Okay. How about you, Ezra? 18, 19? 19?
19.
No, 19.
19.
Okay, that's right. Because some people could be not really understood if you make it in a short. Okay, make it in much more longer. Okay, that's all for this day. That's all for the presentation. Okay, we will meet on not on the next week, I think, on the next 2 weeks. Okay, to get the examination. Yeah, betul. So you have the schedule for your examination for the last for the final. Do you have it, the schedule?
No, sir.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet, sir.
Not yet, sir. Okay, that would be more appropriate. Not yet, sir. Okay, okay, and I will see you on the 2 next weeks on our examination. See you there. Okay, thank you. See you there on the 2 next weeks ahead. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
See you, sir. Thank you, sir.
See you soon. See you soon. Okay, then we meet on the 2 next week ahead. So, you say?
See you soon, sir.
Okay, that's right. That's much more appropriate. Okay, thank you.